particular types of magic that give him a bonus.
Okay.
So misleading, avoiding notice, or cunning plans. If you can do magic involving those things, he gets a bonus. Okay, so choose two, or let me choose one, Jason.
You choose one.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, the effect works. You shift the sand, like sort of quiver it under their feet, and they like look down, somewhat afraid, and end up most of them tumbling down the hill, pretty much to you guys' mercy.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's still 11. Um, the one, the one that got hit by the telekinetic strike, seizes his opportunity. He jumps off the, because he was behind the pack. He sees the rest of them like falling down the hill. Avoids the shifting sand by jumping on top of one of his allies and taking a flying leap at you, Jafari, and you're gonna need to defy danger in some way.
What I'm gonna do is, what, have they got masks protecting them from the sand?
It's like a turban. You know how they wrap them around, except it continues wrapping down their face.
So they're like a mummy?
Yeah, like wrapped around their face, except their eyes are poking out. In between two of the wraps, you know?
We'll probably just do it with Dex. And just try to move out the way.
Okay.
Or, actually what I'm gonna try and do is just like... sort of just like, kick him off. So like, while he's in midair, sort of just like redirect him, like off somewhere else.
Yep.
By the way, how does guard work in its ability sense?
In terms of your pet,
Yeah. Is it that he takes damage from me, or does he like help me when I defy a danger with like attacking or something? You know?
when you can set him to guard you, and that will like that invokes that when you take damage, you can add his whatever it is to your armor.
Okay.
Or you can set him to guard somebody else, and through him you can do the defend move if you want to do that way, or something like that. You know.
Yeah. All good. Cheers.
Okay, 9 to kick the midget. So I think you kick him, and he sort of goes flying a little bit past you, but in the process knocks you down, like down to the ground, and sort of you're in the same sort of position as the other guys. It's whoever gets up first, basically, between you and the midget, in order to get the advantage on the attack. But as for everybody else, there's 10 midgets that have fallen down pretty much to the bottom of the sand dune now.
Valkyrie notices that like they're really close, so there's no point using the bow. So he grabs out his short sword.
Yep.
Rushes to the front and orders Orokai to guard him, like sort of tag team and attack. He's going to attack him with a short sword while they tumble down. And yells out, "Sir Xavier, I need you on the front lines with me."
All right.
So I do the attack.
You don't have to roll for it. Just do your damage.
Okay. I add my pet's damage still.
Yeah.
Shots.
You are working together to attack the same enemy.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. You ace one of them. Yeah, you're pretty much taking advantage of the thing, just sort of cutting one of their throats, and you maybe with 8, because they haven't got much health. Maybe with 8 you get 2 of them. Rothke is also takes one himself, just sort of biting at his neck, ripping his clothes apart and stuff like that. And you notice as Rothkey is like tearing into him, you notice he doesn't have any blood on his like face, teeth, anything. And I guess you notice the same thing as you take the slice across one of their throat. There's no blood on your sword.
Huh.
Xavier, Calvin.
Well, I would go and attack.
Roll your damage.
Yeah, I'll like still stay behind Xavier and do another telekinetic strike.
Sure.
Ah, so that's a striking feature you have there.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I'm still
that's,
level 1.
Roll your damage, Xavier. You didn't actually
yeah.
have to roll for an attack, but that's right.
Do I need to roll for an attack?
If you're telekinetic striking, yes.
Alright, I'll just go in with my like staff then.
All right, Xavier. Yeah, you get one as well. Big swing, lop off its head, basically. Same deal. No blood, and as you see, as the head sort of rolls away, there's this puff of black smoke that pours out of the wrappings, and the wrappings fall, as if there's nothing under them.
Yeah, as I noticed this, Yokri like yells out, I
Oh.
noticed a man up there before. He must have summoned these things.
All right, Calvin. Yeah, you also get one as well. It's down to 7, one of which is now scrambling to his feet and rushing towards Jafari. Low on health, but high on energy and fury as he scrambles with his kris and tries to stab you time and time again. And from behind you, as he tries to stab, and maybe you roll to one side and then he stabs again and you roll to the other side, that kind of thing. You see all of a sudden a big boot collide with him, kick him off you. And he sort of goes sailing towards the rest of, towards Xavier and Calvin and Yokri. Standing over you is the face of a very tall, dark-skinned man who holds out a hand, holds out his left hand to sort of, help you up. And in his right hand, he has a massive two-handed sword, just resting in the sand.
I'll take his hand cautiously.
Okay. Yeah, he helps you up. He says, "Stay back. Use your magic." And then he sort of wades in towards the other guys to go in, and you see him sort of start taking swings at him. They're pretty fast, these guys. Like you feel like if Jafari hadn't have knocked them all down, you feel like they'd maybe had an advantage on you. But yeah, they're pretty quick and hard to hit. From atop the dune, from where the little guys came down, there is an just in light colored sort of tan clothes with a hood, and he's got like some of the wraps of the little guys. He holds them up and sort of throws them up in the wind, and they sail over the camp. And you guys hear him yell, "Baz, it's the shadows!" as he jumps down and slides like sort of down the dune in order to help you guys again. But as for the three of you, Xavier, Calvin, and Yokri, you guys are going to take some attacks from the little guys. So defy danger in whatever way suits you. They're small, they're fast, and they got little daggers.
Dodge their attacks.
Sure. Xavier.
I'll use strength.
Cool. Just trying to overpower him.
Yep.
Actually, let's see. What are my stats at? Could I use strength and use like Wolf's huge and ferocious traits to add his ferocity to that stat? Like try and like just pretty much forcibly shake him off with our strength kind of thing.
By the way, do I still have the 2 hold from my defense roll that I did?
Yes, in order to defend Calvin, yes you do. So if you want, you can redirect the attack going to Calvin to yourself. Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Alright, Mason, in that list is not Defy Danger, so no, you can't.
Oh, okay.
If you take damage, you can add his armor to your armor. Yeah.
Okay. What's his armor? His ferocity? Oh, no, he doesn't have armor.
No,
Never mind.
he has...
No, he hasn't got
Oh
armor.
no, he has 0 armor. You chose 0 armor.
Yeah, choose that one.
Okay, so Xavier, you're going to need to Defy Danger again
Guess I'll just dodge.
in order to like sort of block for Calvin. Beautiful. All right, so you yourself, the 9. I guess one of them takes a like he sort of stabs into your leg. Your armor is like protects you from damage, but as you recall, it was like rusted.
I got that
Um,
fixed in the town.
Did you? Okay, well then maybe he cuts the strap and sort of your leather armor, your armor scale armor, sort of on your left leg falls off. No damage, but yeah, you're gonna have to watch out for that. And yeah, as you reach over and sort of block an attack from Calvin. As for Yokri, yeah, you managed to dodge out of the way, set yourself up for a good nice attack. The tall black dude is seems to be holding his own fairly well against him. He's even though this sword that he's got is pretty damn big, he seems to be swinging it pretty quickly. And the guy from up on top of the hill, he's sort of reaching the bottom, so he'll join the fight soon. Everyone's got an opportunity to do another action if they wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna telekinetic strike the one that's attacking Xavier, or the one that Xavier stopped attacking me.
Yep.
Yokri's gonna just savagely attack back again.
Cool.
What
With
I,
your short sword?
Yeah.
Is that right?
what I,
Whatever. Alright, Jason, sorry.
yeah, what I might do is make an illusion in the same shape as like the tall black guy with the sword.
Okay. Doing what?
Essentially, like. Well, actually, no. I'll make one of Xavier, and sort of like use it, just like to try to throw him off, just like not
Yeah,
directly.
Basically, what do they call that in D&D? The shadow image or whatever?
Yeah,
So,
like
make
that.
him attack that instead of him, yeah. Of Xavier?
Yeah, Xavier.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you your mask bonus.
Okay.
So, Calvin, your thing doesn't go. Take an experience for that.
Finally.
Yeah. What happens on a 6 minus? I think it just fails, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't have it
Doesn't
written on there.
say anything, but yeah, I mean, big swing, no ding. Basically, you blow a massive. There's like a massive plume of sand just behind that you were trying to hit. Yeah, and it misses basically. Yeah, Yokri, you managed to hit one and take him down with your with your short sword. It's kind of awkward. You can't. Your sword doesn't really get a lot of purchase on them when you try and strike them. Like a normal person, you can feel the flesh cutting and you can, whatever else like that. But these guys, you sort of seem to swing through them. It's a bit awkward, but yeah, you do manage to get one. And as you cut through it, the clothes spill open, and out comes this puff of black smoke and a bit of a scream sound. Bit disconcerting. And Jafari, on a 7 and 9, choose 2, or let me choose 1.
I'll let you choose 1 again.
Okay. All right. We'll deal with that in a minute. All right.
Okay.
So, Calvin, I think you're gonna cop one from him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Xavier, you have another hold, don't you, for the defend? So Calvin's gonna take some damage. Do you want to try and intercept it, or?
Yes, I'll do that again.
Okay.
It's my last hold.
Now you can halve the damage or the effect, or you can redirect it from Calvin to yourself. Which one do you want to do?
I'll redirect it.
Okay. Take 5 damage.
And that's going through armor.
No, your armor. How much armor do you?
4.
Yeah, so you would take 1.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Sort of. There's a lot of them seem to be swarming on you. I guess. Next to you appears another of you, and you're not sure why or how. But there seems to be another one of you fighting as well. It's confusing, and it sort of grabs your attention for a second. You're like, "What?" Sort of took your mind off the defense that you were sort of intercepting between Calvin and these things, and it was just a bit too late, and you took the damage sort of in your intercept. But yeah, I think Jafari, you once you've cast this, you've got your sort of your hand out, you're focusing, concentrating on keeping this illusion up, and the big black dude, he's sort of, he deals with one. Putting him down in quick fashion, and turns to look at you, and he sort of takes a rush at you, and he's gonna hit you with the pommel of his sword in the head. Except he's well, actually not in the head, in the stomach. What do you do?
I guess I would. Do I have to focus for keeping that image active?
I guess I didn't choose the temporary or superficial option, so I think the effect. Yeah, I don't think you do have to concentrate too much on it. Like, sort of something that you can keep in the back of your mind.
Okay. I'm gonna defy danger with sand. Like, I'm just gonna throw it in his eyes and like
Quick
move out the
thinking.
way. Yeah.
What did Fire do to tick him off?
Well, he
He
like,
just
he saw
did,
me using magic before. Like, I don't know why he's so uptight about it now.
he just didn't like that you made a copy of Xavier.
Yeah. And that's 2. Sweet.
Okay. Yeah, you kick up sand in his eyes, and he it like sort of throws him off. He swings, big muscular swing, but you sort of kick the sand in his eye, step aside, and then he turns to look at you, and he's trying to get the sand out of his eyes. And once he does, he looks at you and he's like, "Oh, what? Why would you do that?" And then he goes back off to like join the rest of the fight, and you're like, what did I do? And you look down, and your hands have the same wrappings of the little creatures, and you look down at your clothes, they're not your own clothes. What?
Huh. Oh, that was unforeseen side effect. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it something I can dismiss since it's magical?
Yeah. Now that you've realized what you've done. Yeah. All right, but yeah. Anyways, back to the rest of everybody. We had a miss from Calvin. We had a successful attack from Yokri. We had all right. So like, from everybody, if that's what you're continuing on doing, this is 4 left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep on attacking.
Cool.
Strike him down.
Um,
Actually,
Xavier, you can have a +1 to whatever action because your presence is confusing with the image.
do I notice any tracks like leading from when they ran?
Tracks in the sand.
Yeah, like do they leave any?
Yes, they leave tracks. Yep.
Yoko's gonna yell at, "I will try to find the source. If I don't find it soon, I will be back. I leave the rest to you." And like jumps onto Rotki and heads up the tracks. And I'll be using...
The dude that was jumping down from the sand dune, he's like, "Wait, that won't do any good."
Why not? Isn't the perpetrator there?
Because they don't come from anywhere. Just let's just deal with these. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, he rides back on Rotki and I guess takes a slice then.
Cool. Beautiful. Roll your damage. And you can add Rothke's Rothke account to the damage.
Cool.
Yeah, you take one pretty easily.
Alright, I'm gonna do another telekinetic strike.
The rolls have actually been pretty good this session. Hell yeah.
Oh, besides my early ones.
Roll your damage, Mr. Boda.
Safe, right?
Yeah, I guess more than just sort of push him back and down, sort of doesn't seem to have all that much effect.
Maybe because I did 5 damage, maybe because he got a good roll there, maybe he gets the one
I think
didn't kill at the end or something.
I think the dude that slid down the slope, the sort of you can see him now. He doesn't look like anything like people around here. He's, for lack of a better term, he's white. Yeah, so most people around here are like very tanned, or they're like a Thanatos. They're dark skinned or whatever. Yeah, this guy's quite white.
What I was saying. Wait, were you
Yeah, I was
blind to what I said, or just saying?
basically from the conversation that you had. He's like, whatever, and goes into it. And as you knock him down, Calvin, he sort of stabs into him. You can see he's got a shield. This guy, shielding like a longsword, but like a British longsword, not like the swords people have around here. And his shield is significant, and I will discuss the shield later because I can't remember what it looks like. So yeah, so that's down to, there's 2 left. So Xavier, are you doing something?
I will swing my mighty sword.
Cool.
Actually, how many more of them are left? Still a lot.
Just two. You've got one, and the big black dude's got one.
Yeah, there won't be need for me to do a defensive roll then. All these grains.
I know, right?
You're green with it. Nice.
Nice. Yeah, you slice off its head, and that's familiar puff of black smoke and the slight scream. And you sort of lift your head up to see the tall black dude finish one off with a big golf swing. Sort of slices him in half, and the two halves go flying, sort of up the dune and puff into smoke, and the wrappings just land somewhere up the dune. Sort of the battle fades, and around you guys is just a set of basically a set of small wrappings for every one of these little creatures.
Horovsky picks one up and he's like, we could use these for bandages later, possibly.
I wouldn't recommend it.
And then he looks at the guy he saw slide down, and the unfamiliar face of the big swordsman, and goes, "We thank you for your aid, friends. May we know your names?" And he lets out his hand for a handshake.
Yeah, I guess the one with the shield and sword is a little bit shorter than the black dude, very white. The shield, by the way, has a lion's red trimming around the outside. And he sort of goes up and shakes your hand, and he says, yes, good fight. I'm Atlas. Good to meet you. This is my second. This is Baz.
Atlas and Baz. I am Yochri. Like, bows down his head.
I remember.
Yeah.
You don't remember.
Yeah.
If I
anyways,
don't remember anything.
like it just clicked. But I was like, forgive me. That thing before was an unforeseen side effect of a magic.
Oh, it just clicked.
Yeah, he's like, that's all right. I mean, I know these things. They're difficult to control sometimes. It's okay. I'm sorry. I took a swing at you. I didn't intend to harm you.
No, I'm done.
My friends, you in need of aid. You need water. I may have some spares for you.
We're quite all right. And you see the two of them. They don't seem to have neither of them wearing a backpack. It's literally just them in their clothes, and you can see now under their clothes and their weapons, and they don't have any backpack. They don't have any supplies, and they're like, yeah, no, we're fine.
Yeah, Yochri's a little bit taken aback from that, and he's like, "What manner of people are you? You don't need supplies?"
Well, we have some help, some outside help. Let's just leave it at that. Say, friends, what are you doing out here? What truth is Shadow's attention to you?
We are here to visit someone.
Oh, may I ask who?
Yochri raises his hand as he sees Joffrey's call it, what's the word? Cautiousness? And he goes, "They fought by our side. I think they're trustworthy to tell basically what we're doing, at least." And then he looks towards I guess Atlas, because he knows him the most of the two. And he goes, "We are on a mission. A nearby town is under suspicion that is being looked at by a renowned, infamous mage. Goes by the name of Callahan.
Callahan, yes. I've heard of this man. The town you're referring to must be Haraji then.
Yes, indeed, we are aiding the Red Queen in assisting with these matters.
Very good, and so you should. The man Callahan is. It's a horrible man.
Oh, I know all too well. I grew up there.
Mm. My sympathies with you.
May I ask why you are on this journey on to where exactly?
Well, this land in general. My friend and I, these creatures, we hunt them more or less, but not for their own sake. You see, they are only a side of a much larger threat. We come knowing that these creatures are not originally from this land. We come knowing that they are a sign. It's their larger threat that we're tracking.
Intrigued. May I ask what this threat is?
It's an old being by the name of Takaru. It's a deity, somewhat. The last of his kind. He's... We've had a run-in the past. I don't want to get too much into it, but I believe he may have some influence over the
So what you're
someone in
saying?
the area.
So what you're saying is you hunt a deity.
Well, he's been stripped of a lot of his power, but yes.
Impressive.
Well, nonetheless, we are very grateful for your assistance. We were caught by surprise, nonetheless.
It's intriguing. The people around here, they travel by night rather than by day. It surely leaves you open to attacks in the daytime, as you've obviously seen.
Well,
I've lived in the wastes. Oh, but you.
Oh, thanks. Well, sure, friend, but have you seen how hot it is in the day? It's flipping boiling.
Yes, I agree. It's not comfortable.
Yeah, as he says that, Yochri pats his head pats Rothy's head. It was me and my friend here. We mostly lived in the wastelands. The heat, it's can enjoy it for a time, but living in it, no, you cannot.
Fair enough.
May I ask where you guys are headed?
Yeah, where? I can't remember what the town's called. Does anyone remember what the original town's called?
Where Callahan's at.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a notepad for this session.
Uh,
No one's got notes?
Not really.
Hold on.
Callahandor or something?
Callahandria. Let me check. I might have something, but I doubt it. Usually I leave notepads. Dungeon World.
Hey,
I remember
did you
being
write it
something
in
really
chat?
vain.
We'll just say for now that they're heading to where Callahan most
Yeah.
likely is.
Yeah, he says, we're heading to see this man Callahan. I have, I need to see him. And he looks like visibly concerned.
Say friend, have you been to that town before?
No, what do you ask?
The last time we all ended up there, it was a terrible place. We barely left with our lives. It's a very hard place to leave. They only give you one ration of water a day.
Water was tightly secured there, so much that one can't leave very easily.
And the iron golems, they seem to be impenetrable. They are the guards of the town, under the control of Callahan.
These things are not of concern to my friend and I. I appreciate your warning me, but we have our supplies.
One last thing
Yeah.
I would ask of you is, we are helping the Red Queen, who is mostly pretty much the leader of this place. We suggest that you talk to her about your plans. She could aid you, or for the most part, you seem capable. You would be able to aid her.
Well,
I agree.
my concerns are not. How should I put this delicately?
Not the
This,
the Red Queen's concerns.
yes, this fight is not ours. We have our own things to deal with. While the Red Queen is capable, benevolent, we have other concerns.
I sort of just look at them really just like kind of confused. It's like, who the heck are these guys?
Say, do you mind telling us which town you came from?
It's a town very far from here, where there's not so much sun and sand. It's a long story, friends, but the two of us should really be going.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we meet again.
Yeah.
Maybe you should tell us.
Calvin puts out his hand. He says, "I hope to meet you interesting folk again."
I'm sure you will. I'm sure-
He just nods.
Yeah, the two of them sort of start making their way back up the sand. Atlas turns around again. He sort of shouts to you guys, if you're attacked by these creatures again, fire works well.
Oh.
Yeah,
Thanks
I
for
had
the
no
water.
idea about that. I was thinking of using my torch just in case that would help. Just going out a torch and waving at them. Yeah, Yachri like just yells out,
Oh yeah,
just thank you.
yeah, they continue up the slope and go over the peak, and
Yeah, Yachri like goes back to the camp and he's like ready to sleep and he's like, okay, someone else take watch this time.
I will.
yeah, it was your turn anyway.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, the rest of the day goes uneventfully.
We get attacked. Cool.
Yeah,
We're pretty
so-
close to our goal, weren't we? Place.
Yeah. So yeah, night comes. You're able to travel again, and you're only sort of 2 hours away from where you should
Okay.
be. All right. So you guys sort of pack up camp, head out. A couple hours later, you guys arrive. You spot it off, sort of out of the way a little bit. You're a bit off in your wanderings, but you spot the place. All right, there's a cave opening. It's like the only piece of rock you've seen in this whole desert. Yeah, the rest has just all been sand. There's like a piece of rock that like comes up out of the sand, and it's noticeable. Like the whole area around is like dead flat for like maybe 100 meters. It's just absolutely dead flat. And then like after this ring of 100 meters, the dunes like start to roll again. But yeah, this area, there's just like one big stone that pokes up out of the sand. There's an opening into a cavern, and as you guys get closer, you see sort of inside there's some carved stairways that go down. There's two torches, sort of standing, like sort of tiki torches, if you know what I mean, standing torches, one on either side of the entrance, and they're
Is it dark inside?
You can see a light at the bottom of the staircase. But yeah, these 2 torches are lit. And they're, yeah, because remember it's night.
Yeah.
Can we take a quick break if that's alright?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's take our break. We'll go 10 minutes, so we'll meet back at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, so you can